Hi, I'm Ceola Dunne. I play Josephine Wilks in the Netflix series Wednesday, and you're watching Pop Culture with Pat.
What's your favorite scary movie?
Trick or treat!
Hey guys, welcome back to Pop Culture with Pat. I'm so excited to be joined by today's guest. Today I'm talking to Ceola Dunne, who plays Josephine in Wednesday season 2. Ceola, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you for having me.
You're very welcome. Yeah, super excited to talk to you about the show. Obviously, Wednesday, one of the biggest television series out there today. So, congratulations just on we've seen the first part of the season so far. We're going to be getting volume two soon, but I wanted to start off just by asking you, where did your love for film and television come from, and how did you kind of get started in acting?
Well, I started when I was four. I did this acting school called Acting Academy, and I did that for years. And I guess that's kind of where it came from. And my entire family, they're all in the arts. They sing, they're actors. My uncle's an actor, so I guess just watching it and just also having like being a film lover and a film geek, just loving it. I think that's where it came from. Just loving films and being a bit of a theater kid and just loving acting and everything.
You said you're a film geek, so what are some of, doesn't have to be in any order, but what are just some of your favorite movies of all time?
Wow. Well, I love The Outsiders, and I also love Heathers. I have so many favorite films. I also love Miss Pettigrew Home for Peculiar Children, a Tim Burton, Tim Burton
That's
film.
appropriate.
Yeah, but yeah, I love all films. I love them all.
Those are some great choices. And now you're starring in Wednesday season 2, where you play Josephine. Can you just talk about what was your relationship with the world of the Addams family overall coming into this series?
Well, I loved the Addams Family. I mean, I loved watching the movies, Christina Ricci's movies, and I'd been familiar with them, and I really loved them. So when I got the audition, I was just so thrilled, and I'd loved Wednesday before I'd even gotten the audition, so I was just so happy to have the opportunity to even audition.
Yeah, I
So
mean that I'm sure that must have been a dream come true to get that audition come across your way.
yeah, yeah, it really was. I
And
mean,
can you
I was
talk about the audition process? Like what that whole process looked like for you? Was there any particular scene that they had you audition with for the audition itself?
Of course. So, actually, I originally auditioned for Evie's role, Agnes, and I think I did two scenes, and I didn't really hear anything back for a month or so, and I was kind of bummed out. I was like, oh, I just blew this great opportunity. But then they came back and they asked me to audition for Josephine, and I did the scene where I shapeshift. And I did one self-tape sent off, and then a month later, I said, like they said that I got it, so that was great.
Yeah, and what information did you get about the character initially, and how did you want to make Josephine your own as well?
Well, I wasn't given much information. It was kind of kept under wraps because it's such a big production, and I kind of figured it out that it's Wednesday. Um, but I tried to make Josephine like she's meant to be a bit quiet, but also there's something bubbling underneath. She's not quite what meets the eye, and you know that's like just what I like came across her as. So yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it must have been fun to get to play a shapeshifter in the series.
Yeah, it was really cool. I mean, I loved Principal Weem's character, so being a shapeshifter, I was like, oh my God, that's so cool. And I was kind of curious to see how that worked. And when we were on set filming, I was kind of, oh yeah, this is how it worked. And I was learning a lot, and it was really cool. I just really loved it.
Yeah, and Josephine and Agnes, they are close friends in the series. So can you just kind of talk about working with Evie on the series and you're just developing that relationship and friendship between your characters on the show?
Yes, well, she's such an incredible actor and she's such a lovely person. So my first day on set, we were introduced and I think we just immediately had some like chemistry and she was just so lovely. And I mean, we filmed this scene and I feel like it was just immediately there that we had this bond, and like over the months of filming, we hung out outside of the set and she's just so lovely. And it was great working with her. I mean, she's so talented and she really embodies Agnes so well. And, it was great. It was
Oh
really
yeah,
great.
she's become a fan favorite already in the first volume of episodes that have come out, just the way that she's been able to portray that character. What was it like to see her kind of change into that character for the series on set?
It was so surreal. I mean, she's so great, and she's so great at capturing the essence of Agnes. And when I got onto set and I saw her, I was like, oh, okay, that's Agnes. That's definitely Agnes.
That's pretty cool though, that at least I know you said initially you went out for the role of Agnes, but you got to end up working with and being really close friends with each other. So that it all kind of ended up working out in the end. And you also get to interact with Jenna Ortega, who plays Wednesday in the series. So can you just kind of talk about working with Jenna a little bit and what it was like to also see her transform into this character where you said you were a fan of the series coming in?
Well, it was really cool and great to see how hard she works and how she really just knows what she's doing, and she's such an incredible actress, and she's so easy to work with, and she's so kind. And even though like I barely saw her, I was a small character, she was just so sweet, and she's so great at her craft, and she works so hard, and it's really cool to it's really nice, it's really inspiring to see, you know.
Yeah, especially with someone who's the top of the call sheet and just, being like that with everyone in the cast and the crew. And what was it like, the experience just getting to step into the world of Tim Burton and work with him overall?
Well, I was just completely freaked out. I loved Tim's work, and I've loved him for so long. And when I shook his hand and he I introduced myself to him, I was just like completely mesmerized. And he's so cool to work with. He's so, he's just so how you'd imagine him to be.
Yeah.
And it was just really great to work with him. I'm just like so grateful that I got the opportunity to be amongst these amazing actors and people and directors, and it was all such an experience.
Yeah, I got to work with him a few years ago on the set of Beetlejuice. I got to be like an extra in the film. So I didn't have any direct kind of interactions with him, but he would walk by in front of us, and there was a moment where him and Jenna, I was sitting right in front of the Maitland store, and they came over and they were just having a conversation about like, oh, isn't that the Maitland store from the original movie? And yeah, he just, I mean, seems like a very down to earth and like described him, like exactly what you would think he would be like in real life.
Yeah, I know. Like it's so crazy to just see him in person and just be there.
Yeah, I mean the guy's a legend. Just all the different projects that he's done over the year. What would you say outside of Wednesday? Because I won't put you in that position, but outside of Wednesday, what would you say is like his favorite project, your favorite project of his overall?
Oh wow. Well, I love The Nightmare Before Christmas. And
Classic.
yes, I love Willy Wonka. That was amazing. I also love Sweeney Todd. I mean, he's just so like I love all of his films,
Yeah.
honestly, but those are probably my top three favorites.
Oh, some really good choices there. And yeah, I mean, Nevermore Academy is kind of its own character in a way for this series. So what location at the school was your favorite to film at overall and why?
That's a good question. Oh, I loved filming at the pyre, the pyre scene. I think it was just, I mean, this is my first ever show that I've done, my first ever film like project. So like just being there doing the night shoots and just being everyone being there and filming it. It was really fun. I really liked that location, it was really cute. It was really cool.
Oh yeah, I'm sure the experience of probably stepping onto the sets for the very first time after you got your costume and everything like that. That must have been wild just to kind of see all the sets built.
Yeah, I know. Like it was crazy. And the costume designer Colleen Atwood, like when I was on my first day actually being there was getting a costume fitting. And she's just incredible. I mean, she'd just be picking these things out and I'd put them on and they'd just be so perfect, and wow, she's so great. I love her costume design.
Oh yeah, the looks, the costumes, everything for the series is top notch. You can tell they put a lot of care into it for sure. And
Yeah.
who out of everyone at a Nevermore Academy do you think that you personally, as yourself, would get along with best and why?
Well, I think I'd get along really well with Enid. I think we both have quite that bubbly personality and, that kind of upbeat optimism. And also, I think I'd get along quite well with Agnes. I think, you know, I mean, I don't know. I think her kind of, you know, like obsession and her kind of creepiness, but also like fangirling is I'm a bit of a fangirl of like Wednesday and just the series and Jenna Ortega. I mean, I love them all, so I think we get along quite well.
Yeah, I think that those are some good choices. And yeah, did you get a chance to kind of interact with Emma Myers as well?
I did actually. We went to the Nightmare Realm for like offset, and she was there, and we talked, and on set we saw each other, and at the after party for the premiere, we talked. So yeah.
I'm sure it must have been crazy. You probably guys probably had a ton of extras and stuff working there on the different sets as well.
Yeah, it was crazy. I mean, it's so cool seeing all these people who just come together just to do this project, and how like the dedication is really inspiring.
It's cool too. I know you guys were obviously filming over there in Ireland, but the location of the school itself is actually so it's based off of a town, Jericho, that's in Vermont. And
Yeah.
I'm pretty close to Vermont, so I went up there this summer and I actually drove through the town. It's a fairly small town, but I had to take some pictures just to say like, oh, there's Jericho, Vermont, where Nevermore Academy is supposed to be located.
That's so cool. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know Jericho. It's a cool town. I would love to live in Jericho. I mean, all the outcasts, it seems pretty cool.
Although you might have to be a little careful with all the different, outcast and creatures and stuff lurking around there for sure.
Yeah, I'd have to be quite careful.
And what are just I guess like looking back on the experience, what are just some of your favorite memories overall that come to mind, whether it was shooting particular scene or even if it was something like in between scenes hanging out with the cast?
Well, actually, on my first day there, I went to my trailer and I was so completely freaked out. I mean, it was just so overwhelming, and I had such bad imposter syndrome. I kept asking my mom, "Is this real? Am I meant to be here? Like, do they want me? Are you sure?" So I went to my trailer, and it was opposite Emma's. So I went to open it, and the like entire cast was just there. Musa, Georgie, Emma, like they all were there. I opened it and I went, nope. And I closed it and I couldn't do it. And I wouldn't step out for ages. And then I finally went out and it wasn't that bad. They're so sweet. They're so welcoming. I mean, they're not scary at all. And I don't know why I was scared in the first place.
Yeah, no, I mean that is totally understandable though, because it's a big production, so it's understandable to be a little nervous. But it's great to hear that they were all so welcoming of you on the set, because that's a lot. Yeah, stepping, especially a show that's in its second season. So some of these guys they've been working together for a while now, so you can feel a little out of place being the newbie.
Yeah. I mean, I felt kind of like I'm not meant to be there, but they all made me feel so welcomed and so meant to be there. It was really sweet.
Yeah, I was to say, but you definitely earned to be there for sure. And just to wrap things up for you, is there anything else that you'd like to say about working on the show and just where can fans stay up to date with you moving forward in the future?
Wow. Well, I mean, I'm not really sure, but it was just great working there. I'm just happy to be here and just happy to, have the opportunity to speak about it and to, just everything. I'm just happy. I'm just so ecstatic. I mean, it was my first ever job, so that's great. And then I also have another show coming up on an Irish channel called RTE, and yeah, I think just look out for my Instagram, have a look at what I'm posting. I post some Wednesday updates and things, pictures and stuff from set and from hanging out. So yeah,
Yeah, what's your Instagram handle? I'll make sure to put that down below in the description.
it's Ceola Dunne underscore.
All right, perfect. Well, first off, congratulations, Keola, on joining Wednesday. Like I said, I'm sure that was a dream come true for you. So happy that you were able to do that. Can't wait to see what's next for you and your future. And you're welcome back anytime in the future.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Ceola Dunne. I play Josephine Wilks in the Netflix series Wednesday, and you're watching Pop Culture with Pat.